got a two-spade preempt. Does he have anything outside? Here he doesn't. If my partner has a card outside, am I interested in game on this hand? Okay. Well, I have a method of asking. Say, partner, do you have anything, and this presupposes discipline week 2s. Okay, it presupposes that my partner has a good suit. Okay. If my partner has a good suit, I'm going to ask him if he has anything outside of that suit. Okay, and it's called asking for a feature. Lanny played with a fellow named Mark Rosenblum on Thursday. I have played with Mark Rosenblum twice. Really enjoy playing with Mark Rosenblum, by the way, Mark, if you ever see this. So I'm playing with Mark Rosenblum, and we're playing features. There are other things to play, and I had a my definition of feature way back when was any ace or any king. Do I have an outside ace or do I have an outside king? Okay. A better definition of feature is any suit that has 3 points in it. So if I have an ace and or a king or a queen jack, then I will tell my partner about that. So looking at this hand, I'm going to do this. Okay. 2 spades, pass, 2 no is a conventional bid. It is not saying I have a balanced 15 count, I want to play no trump. It says, partner, tell me if you have any high cards in your hand outside of the spade suit. Any ace, any king, any queen jack. Okay, and the responses are bizarrely simple. If you have a club feature, what do you bid? 3 clubs. If you've got a diamond feature, you bid 3 diamonds. If you've got a heart feature, you bid 3 hearts. If you have no feature, you bid, you just return your spades. So you say, yep, nothing to see here. And there's a very specific bid. If I happen to preempt with the ace, king, queen of spades, I bid 3 no trump. Says I don't have a feature, but you don't need one to run my 6-card spade suit. I'm solid. Okay, so on this hand, if my partner has a heart feature, or a diamond feature, or a club feature, I'm loving life. Okay, I'm not losing more than 1 trick in that suit, and I actually have a source of tricks if he's got a queen jack. All right. So if my partner shows up with a feature on this hand, I'll take a stab at 4 spades. Okay, if my partner has no feature, 3 spades should be relatively safe unless there's an abnormally unfortunate lie of the cards. Does that make some sense? Any questions? Yes, sir.
Your spade suit, if you have the feature, you have the ace, king, queen.
If I've got the ace, king, queen, if I open 2 spades with the ace, king, queen, it goes 2 spades, 2 no. My response is 3 no. I don't have an outside feature, but I've got a solid suit. Does that make some sense?
And the partner is going to say
Something intelligent.
4 spades.
Or he could pass. Oh, if my partner has 6 spade suits, or a 6-card spade suit, we may be safer trying to take 9 tricks in no trump than 10 tricks in spades, depending on what partner's hand looks like. But knowing partner has ace, king, queen, 6 of spades is very specific information. Yes, ma'am?
As the 2 no trump question is asking the opener, we are going to go to game, but I want to know what kind of a support you have in the sides.
Actually, it's not saying we're going to game. Because if I know we're going to game, what do I bid?
Game.
Game. Okay, so to know specifically is I want information about your hand to figure out whether we belong in game or not, or to figure out whether we belong in slam or not. I've got a moose, I'm just looking. Do you have anything outside of your trump suit?
But you do have support for the suit, because he has 6 and you have 3 and your points are 70, you are exploring.
Here's a one you need to get right. Now we're just thinking. Partner opens 2 spades. Okay? Do we have a shot at game? No. I'm just going to go with that. Do we have a shot at game? Yes, we absolutely have a shot at game. If my partner has the ace, king, queen, 6 of spades, and if spades break 3-3, and if they promise to leave a diamond or a heart, yes, we have a shot at game. If that happens, feel free to buy a lottery ticket on the way home. But here in the real world where we live, do we have a shot at game? No! So do I have a good bid I can make with this hand?
Pass.
Pass. Okay, I don't have interest in game, but give me this. You know, am I actually going to do this? Yeah. I'm loath to do this. Do we have a shot at game?
Yes.
Demonstrate the rule of 17 again. How
The
does that
rule
go?
of 17 says I want to be in a game contract on this hand. And now I'm going to put the rule of 17 to the test. All right, what can we make on this hand? Oh my gosh. Well,
Only 16.
we can make nothing on this hand. We're going to go down in ugly flames.
And you're going to set anything that they bid.
Yeah, and anything they bid, we're taking a piece of. So I've got this really good 16 count. Okay? With no interest, and is this always my partner's hand? No.
Of course not.
Okay, of course not. Is it worth asking on this hand to see if partner has an outside card? If partner has a king of clubs, if partner has a king of clubs, what can we take? And I'm going to go way best case scenario on this. Spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. How many spade tricks can we, and what can the opponents take? At some point, the opponents are going to start leading hearts, and that will go poorly for us. Okay? But best case scenario and way best case scenario, we can take 9 tricks. This is with queen third on the queen third of clubs over here, heart finesse working, spade finesse working, and being a good diamond guesser. Okay, but even with that, that's a lot of good things happening. Okay, jack of hearts hits the table over here, and you're just not going to make this hand. Okay? And the moral of this story, I'm not going to put any other hands up. If you don't have a fit with your partner, okay, respond, taking your partner out of his suit, you need to have a really good reason to do that. That really good reason is going to be a good suit and a good hand in your own hand in general. If you have support for your partner, you can raise him as you see fit. I would go aggressively non-vulnerable. Vulnerable, have in the back of your mind, putting myself at a little more risk. Questions, comments? Gosh, was that a lot on preempts?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you move on, I always feel like if I have a long preempt and I have a void, that's great. You implied that a void was not so great with a preempt, and I don't understand that.
No, it's not. What I'm telling you is in the Green Book it states that if you have a void, you should not preempt. Okay? That is not a rule that I hold to personally. If I've got a hand that looks and smells like a preempt that has a void, I'm going to preempt it. Having a void, while it's a good factor, it's not enough of a good factor to keep me from preempting a hand that I would otherwise preempt.
So isn't the void a benefit when you have a preempt?
Ab-
Because you've got all those trump cards?
Absolutely it is.
Okay.
But think about it like this. If I've got a 6-card spade suit, I've got 7 cards outside of spades. So I've got 7 cards to cover. If this is my hand, how many spade tricks am I going to take? 6. Am I going to take 6 spade tricks whether I'm trumping clubs or doing something else? Yeah, the answer is still 6. I still have 7 cards to worry about outside of the spade suit. I've got to do something with these cards. Okay? So while this is a much better holding than this, okay, I'd much rather these last 2 cards be small diamonds and small clubs. One reason that this hand is better is because not only am I trumping clubs, but also I might be able to set up lengthened diamonds on a good day. I can trump them, or if my partner has lengthened diamonds, then I can set up diamond tricks. That being said, I'm preempting either one of these hands. Okay. Truth be told, if I have this hand, and I'm just going to do math now. Okay. Right or wrong, non-vulnerable against vulnerable opponents. Do I have a good reason to open this hand? 4 spades in third seat. Pretty darn. Non-vulnerable against vulnerable opponents. Okay, gives you license to do things you otherwise may not do. Could end up to your detriment, but yeah, especially if the void were in hearts. Now, I'm going to Forrest Gump you. And I'm going to say we talked about preempts for more than 2 hours. And is there stuff we didn't get to?
You bet.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All right, 2 club openers, really quickly. And I say really quickly. Why am I opening 2 clubs?
Strong hand.
Strong hand. What's the definition of a strong hand? Well, why do I want to force my partner to bid? Ask that question. Why do I want to force, do I need to force my partner to bid? The answer to the question is I have a hand where he may pass because he can't respond to a 1-level bid, and my hand plus his 4 points is enough for game. Because if I have a 19 count, do I need 6 points from him to make game?
Yes.
With most hands, the answer is yes. So I don't need to bid 2 clubs. With this hand, how many high card points do I have? I've got a 19 count. If my partner can't respond to 1 club, am I okay playing 1 club? Yes. If partner can't cough up a response to 1 club, it's very possible 1 club's the limit of this hand. Okay, because we are making 5 clubs, and if they catch us in a ticklish spot, of course the king of clubs will be a nice card for my partner to have. Yeah, but I don't need to open this hand 2 clubs. Because if partner can't respond to 1 club, and change it to this. Okay. If partner can't respond to 1 club, is 1 club a good spot for us? Yes. Okay. If partner doesn't have a 6 count, I just as soon play this hand in 1 club. Okay. Hearts might be better, but I don't think we're missing a game contract if my partner can't respond to a 1 club bid. Okay. So a 2 club bid is a hand that's close enough to game that partner might pass my 1 club bid or my 1 of a suit bid, and his hand plus my hand is enough to be in game. That's why I need to force him to bid. Does that make some sense? Now there's 2 types of hands I can have with a 2 club opener. And the first one's kind of obvious. Okay? How many points do I have if I open 2 no? 20 or 21. Okay, so if I've got a balanced hand with more than 22, with 22 or more points, I need to tell my partner, I'm bigger than 21 points. We're going to talk about balanced hands first, and I'm going to give you a very generic response. 2 clubs pass. I'm going to say the partner's just saying 2 diamonds, which is getting out of my way. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Okay. After 2 clubs pass, 2 diamonds. 2 no, 20 to 24 high card points. 3 no's, 25 to 27 high card points. Okay. And you can play with this. Okay, some people like opening 3 no to show a certain number of points. Okay, so if you play, you could go 2 no is 22 to 23, 3 no's 24, 25, and opening 3 no is 26, 27. I've seen people do this as well, and either way works. The great thing about bidding no trump at any point of the auction is I'm telling my partner how many points I have with a very narrow range. Okay? So if 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, some number of no trump, you know how many points I have within a 2-point range. If you're doing it like this, it's actually a 3-point range. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no is 22 to 24. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no is 25 to 27. Okay. What's an 800-pound gorilla eat for breakfast?
700-pound gorilla.
700-pound gorilla eat for breakfast. Whatever he wants. So if you happen to pick up a balanced 28-point hand, do anything you want, because you never will. Never going to happen. I've been playing bridge competitively for 20 years, and I say this. I did this lesson on a Sunday night. Told the same joke. Where do you eat for breakfast? Whatever you want. You're never going to have one. The very next night, what do I pick up? Balanced 28 count.
So 3 no right away.
No, it's In standard, it's 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 4 no. Shows 28. Way back when you had cavemen, okay, you had 6 numbers. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then anything after that was big. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and big. Okay, anything more than 28, you're never going to be able to communicate. Just isn't going to happen. Fortunately, they never show up. How do you bid this hand? I have no idea. I've never seen a hand like that before, and on occasion, that's a true statement. Okay, so does this make some sense? Okay, so you and your partner come up with, this is how we're going to define these ranges. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no is some number of points. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no is some number of points. Opening 3 no, if you don't play that for something special, is some number of points. Does that make some sense? Questions so far? Well, the rest of this is pretty simple. Don't you love simple? And I'm going to tell you, I had this hand. This is way back when I was a really good bridge player. Yes, and you hear the tongue-in-cheekness on that. Okay. So 2 clubs, partner bids 2 diamonds, which is just get it out of my way, and I bid 2 no, at 23 points. My partner bid 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds, and I'm thinking to myself, 3 diamonds. Why in the world would I want to play diamonds when I can play no trump? So I bid, like any good bridge player would do, 3 no. Pass, pass, pass. And the person on my left, before she led, Mimi Postelnik, by the way, said, do you play that 3 diamonds would be a transfer bid? I said, that sounds like a good way to play that bid. Okay? Because again, it is back when I was a really good bridge player. And I only knew one important thing. Do we have enough points per game? The second is, do we have an 8-card major suit fit? Okay. So after 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, still plays Stamen, still, and you know, 4 hearts makes, and 3 no trump. Probably made 2, but not as many. It made as well, just hearts was better because I didn't know what I was doing. Don't you hate that? Okay. So after 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, 3 clubs is still Stamen, 3 diamonds if you play transfers, 3 diamonds is transfer to hearts, 3 hearts is a transfer to spades, 3 spades likely doesn't exist, and 3 no trump is, let's try to take 9 tricks and no trump. Okay. So you still want to find your 8-card major suit fits. So after 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, 3 clubs is Stamen, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts are transfers. After 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no, I would encourage you to play that. 4 clubs is Stamen as opposed to Gerber because you still need to find your 8-card major suit fit. 4 diamonds and 4 hearts are transfers. Does that make some sense? Okay. Balanced hands are easy. Okay. And really, that's all I'm going to say about bidding balanced hands as a 2-club opener. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no says I have a 2.5. I'm opening 2.5 no trump. Yes, ma'am.
What's the benefit of bidding 4 clubs to find the 4-card major instead of just bidding Stamen over the?
That is Stamen.
I'm just, sorry. No.
Yeah, take what I said and reverse it. Okay.
But,
Questions about, and I've got a quick review of transfers. Two clubs, pass. Two diamonds, pass. Two no. What's my plan on this hand?
Transfer to spades.
Okay, transfer to spades by bidding
3 hearts.
3 hearts. My partner will bid every single time 3 spades until he doesn't. I'll tell you when he doesn't in a bit. Okay? My partner bids 3 spades, and my bid on this hand is 3 no trump. I don't know whether we have a fit in spades yet. All I've done, I told my partner to bid spades. He bid spades. He may have a doubleton spade. If he has a doubleton spade, 3 no trump likely is going to be at least as good of a place to play this hand as 4 spades. Okay, so my bid on this hand would be 3 no trump.
Because he would have bid 4 spades if it was a fit.
Well, let's talk about that. So I'm just sitting here minding my own business,
As you do.
as I do, minding my own business.
You got no business.
So the auction goes 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no. Partner bids 3 hearts with this. What's he planning on doing potentially with this hand? Might want to drop me in 3 spades. Okay, I might not argue passing 2 no trump on this hand. Partner has 22 to 24 points. So between the two of us, we've got 22 to 24 points. Let's say this is my hand. And how many points is that? 8, 12, 19. So I've got this. So I got a 23 count. So what can we make on this hand? Well, we are actually going to lose on a bad day. Worst case scenario,
One trick.
we're going to lose a club and a diamond and a heart, and we may lose a spade. On good days, they lead a diamond and we're able to set up diamonds break and we can pitch something. So on this hand, even opposite this piece of crud, and this balanced piece of crud, we can make 4 spades. So, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no. If your partner transfers you and you have 4 cards in that suit, just accept at the 4 level. Says partner, I got 4 of these, and seriously, there will be hands, and Gove and I are reasonably good bridge players and play lots of conventions. We don't have a good way to bid this hand.
Actually, we do, but
Well, it's too big.
it's slightly too big, but I would still open at 2 diamonds.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, Ed is right. We're probably the only two who have some kind of a system to bid this hand.
Right, and even with this is beyond our range, and we're going to make it fit.
Yeah.
When you open that diamond, wouldn't your partner just say, fine, we'll play one diamond, which you might do?
Oh, he would with this hand.
Yeah. right.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, put this back up. Here, 1 diamond's a pretty darn good place to play this in.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in spades.
So I'd rather open in the diamond than try the 22 thing.
Well, the problem is I catch my partner with this. Okay, I catch my partner with this, and I want to be in 4 spades. I'll be in 4 spades, making 5 if I open 2 clubs and plan to rebid no trump. If I open 1 diamond, I'll be in 1 diamond, making 4 or 5.
But with that, no, don't put one in
Right. He isn't responding to a 1-level bid, whereas if I showed him 22 to 24 balanced, he's going to treat it as game force, put me in game.
So is it a good practice, like when you have 22 points, just open with 2 clubs?
No,
No.
No?
no. And now, any other questions before I advance to this nice lady's question? Her question was, should you open 2 clubs anytime you have 22 points? And that answer is probably yeah.
But that way your partner knows that you have 22 points.
Well, he doesn't know that you have 22 points because there is another type of hand that I can open 2 clubs with. Okay, first hand's balance. Balance is easy. Got a balanced hand, I've got 22 points. I've got to 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no. But give me this hand. I actually held this hand the other night. What can we make?
Who knows?
Well,
I mean, a lot.
can we make 4 hearts?
Yeah.
Opposite nothing from my partner? Opposite nothing from my partner, we can make 4 hearts. I've got 8 heart tricks, I've got 2 spade tricks. So how do I open this hand?
Guessing 2 clubs.
Well, and I didn't feel real good about this. And actually, that wasn't my hand. My hand was this. Now that I think. This is my hand because I know what we made. Okay? So I have how many high card points is that? 19? So is this a 2 club opener? Okay, and let me rephrase it another way. If you open 1 heart and your partner passes, are you in a good spot? No. So, is this a 2 club opener?
Yes.
Yes. The reason we open 2 clubs is because we want to force our partner to bid. Oh, are you collecting for me? Excellent. Thank you. All right. So this, and now I'm going to give you a guideline. 2 club openers have at least 8.5 tricks. 9 is normal in a minor with an unbalanced hand. If you're balanced, you have 2 clubs and some no trump bid. If you're unbalanced, you have at least 8.5 tricks if you're in a major, 9 tricks if you're in a minor, counting the number of winners you have in your hand. Okay, this hand I'm going to take 8 hearts, I'm going to take 2 spades, and you have at least 2 defensive tricks. Okay, way back in the day, I was playing with somebody who studied more than me, and she decided that this hand was a 2-club opener because she had 9 spade tricks. Okay, this is not a 2-club opener. This is a spade preempt. And we talked about preempts earlier today. How do you bid this hand? You could open it 4 spades, and then maybe bid 5. Then you could pass. Pass is a fun way to bid this hand. Because if you pass and then bid spades, at some point they're going to think you don't know what you're doing, and they're going to double you, and you, sure enough, you got. Seriously, how fun is that? Personally, I probably open this hand 4 spades. Pass would be fun though. Okay, so unbalanced hand, you have at least 8.5 tricks, 9 if your suit is a minor. Okay, and at least 2 defensive tricks outside. Okay, so this is a 2-club opener. I do not want to open this hand 1 hard and hear my partner pass because I have game in hand. Does that make some sense? I'm going to give you something else on 2-club openers. Now, the A-flight partner I used to play with had a rule, and it's a good rule on 2-club openers. He said, either we play it or the opponents play it double. Either we play the contract or the opponents play it double. Allowing the opponents to play a contract undoubled is not an option. So I've got this hand. Interesting hand. What up with there? 22 count?
Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to give you some advice on 2 suited hands. I will not open 2 clubs with a 2 suited hand unless it's just too big to take the chance that my partner's going to pass a 1-level bid. So I'm going to remove this. Okay, and when I'm counting 8.5 tricks, how many spade tricks can we take? I'm going to call that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we take some in the wash. And the math gets kind of wonky. Okay? With 2-club openers, I don't tend to, or with 2 suited hands, I usually am much better placed to open at the 1 level and then jump shift than I am at opening 2 clubs, which presents another problem. If I open this hand 2 clubs and my right and my left hand opponent bids 3 hearts, am I stuckish? I'm stuckish. Okay, I can bid 3 spades, but I never get to show this suit. Whereas if I open this hand 1 spade, and this hand bids 4 hearts, could double, but I might. 5 diamonds. I've shown my hand, and now I'm going to think. Does that make any sense? Well, if my partner has 3 diamonds, he only has 2 hearts, or he only has 2 spades, else he'd take me back to spades. This gets easier. Sorry, is that cheating? Yeah. In general, with a 2-suited hand, you're going to be better off, unless your hand is just too big, to start with a at the one level and then jump shift. Now give me this. Am I too big to open one spade? Yeah. So with this, I'm going to treat it as an unbalanced hand with spades. 2 clubs, the next person bids 2 diamonds. And now I bid 2 spades. Now, I have another hand for you. And I'm going to write this up. 2 clubs, pass, 2 diamonds, pass, 2 spades.
So your partner bid 2 diamonds and.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why in a bit.
2 spades, and then he's gonna pass on you.
Nope. And he's not, because I'm going to tell you why he's not. Okay? How do I bid this hand? Remember, this is a hand I had before, and it's no, sorry. Okay, do we have game in hand and spades? 2 outside tricks. So I'm opening this hand 2 clubs, and the next person bids 2 diamonds. What do I bid with this hand? Actually, I'm probably better off bidding 3 spades to show I've got a solid spade suit and this is where we belong. But if I just bid 2 spades, partner is not allowed to pass. Okay? Because I could have game in hand.
Why can't you bid 4 spade right away?
Um,
Like instead of 2 spade, 4 spade.
Because that takes up an awful lot of bidding room. And if you want to say I can take exactly 10 tricks in spades,
And 2 diamonds, your partner hasn't told you how many points he has.
Right.
Or she has.
right. So with this hand, I'm just bidding 2 spades. Do all roads lead to 4 spades?
At least.
At least. Okay.
And what's the rule that says your partner can't pass?
If 2, the reason I'm bidding 2 clubs is because my hand is too big to describe at the one level, and I'm going to force you to bid. Okay. Well, if I bid no trump, then I'm no longer forcing you. But if I bid a suit, I could have game in hand, and I shouldn't have to jump to show you I have game in hand when I've already taken up a full level of the bidding to force you to bid to begin with. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, partner isn't allowed to pass. Okay? Because I could have game in hand. And don't, and yeah, this is, how big is this? Now let me look. I've got, well, how many tricks I'm going to take? I've got 10 tricks. Okay, so yeah, I can take 10 tricks opposite nothing from my partner on this hand, assuming I don't get 4 spades in one of the opponents. Okay, I don't need to jump to show you I've got a big hand with spades. Okay, I can just be safe bidding 2 spades with this hand, knowing that my partner is not going to pass. All right. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
When will the partners know that you will be going to slam?
Partner what? No. And on this hand, I'm not going to slam. Unless I decide, unless you encourage me and show, if you show me the ace of clubs, going to slam.
What do you ask, when you say 2 spades, what are you asking your partner to tell you?
Actually, I'm just telling it to support me with support and bid another suit without support. Yes.
So if partner had nothing, you just would have to do 2 spades, depending on what you're playing, maybe you
All right.
do 2 clubs.
Now, I'm going to give you bridge standard, and then I'm going to show you something else. And I'm just going to show you bridge standard because all right, you're dealt this great hand. Is there something you'd like to tell your partner? Partner, I have a hand with no redeeming value whatsoever. Okay? But you can't pass. You cannot pass originally because how many clubs did your partner promise with his 2-club bid? 0. Okay? So 2 clubs, I'm going to bid 2 diamonds, getting out of your way, not telling you really anything about my hand. Partner bids 2 spades. Now, is there a message you want to tell your partner now?
No, do not have support for your spades.
I do not have support for your spades, and I have a hand with no redeeming value whatsoever.
No boards, no singletons, no.
Actually, no nothing. Okay? Now, the code bid, the conventional agreement, is bidding the cheapest minor. It's called bidding the cheapest minor shows a double negative. So with this hand, I would bid 3 clubs. It doesn't actually say anything about clubs. If you're playing this agreement, it says, partner, I have a hand with no redeeming value whatsoever. So if all you have is spades, bid on at your own risk.
But why did you bid diamonds initially?
Oh, because my partner said bid something, so I bid something, and the something I always bid is 2 diamonds unless I have a very specific hand. Okay, so here, 3 clubs, no redeeming value whatsoever. Now, does this make some sense? If partner bids 3 spades, my bid will be pass. Now, if partner bids 3 hearts, he once again is forcing me to bid. Okay, and if partner bids 3 hearts here, do I want to be in 4 hearts? Every day of the week. Partner has at least 5 spades, at least 4 hearts. He's got 4 cards in the minors, and he's got a huge hand. So yeah, here I want to be in 4 hearts. Okay, very happy with a 4 heart bid. Now, there are problems playing cheapest minor as a double negative. Okay? And I'm just going to give you an easy one, a simple one. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. How do I show my partner what in the world do I do here?
How do we go back to spades?
Well, I'm stuck. Okay, I don't have a good way to show my partner that I've got a busted hand. 3 hearts or 3 spades would show. Okay, so I'm stuck. So, everybody have a pencil? I'm going to give you something that is used by most players who have thought about this in the Richmond area.
Does anybody play that 2-part thing when you have absolutely
We're
nothing?
about to. Govin, is that everybody plays this or something fancier?
Right,
Okay?
in Richmond.
Now, my partner has opened 2 clubs. Okay. These are the responses. 2 diamonds equals a non-bust. At least an ace or a king. Some people also play at least 2 queens. I like an ace or a king personally. So 2 clubs pass, 2 diamonds says I've got an ace or a king. 2 hearts equals a bust. No ace or king. Could have any number of queens or jacks. Okay? But if my partner has an, remember that hand with 8 spades to the ace king and the ace king of hearts and 3 cards in the minors? Well, if my partner tells me he doesn't have any aces or kings, then I'm planning on losing those 3 cards in the minors. Okay, if my partner tells me he has an ace or a king, then I can get more excited. But if he's got no ace or king, then I can plan on losing any any card I have in my hand lower than a queen, if that makes any sense. It probably didn't come out right, but you get the point. If I've got 2 cards in a suit, I'm going to lose those 2 cards because my partner can't cover them with the ace or the king. Okay. 2 spades equals 5 spades or more with 2 of top 3 honors and at least 8 high card points. Okay. Now, ordinarily, when you're responding to your partner who's opened a big hand, okay, you're just getting out of his way. Partner, nothing special to tell you over here. I either have a bust or a non-bust, but you tell me what your hand is, and then I'll do something intelligent. Okay. By the way, on the auction, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, most people play that as 100% game force, rightly or wrongly. Okay. I've got 8.5 tricks. You have a king. We're gonna make it to game. Boy, I hope this works. Okay. But opposite a positive response, we're now in a game forcing auction. Don't pass below game. If I need something very specific to tell my partner I have a non-bust, that very specific thing is a good 5-card suit with at least 8 high card points. So 2 clubs, 2 spades. Partner, I got 5-card spade suit, I got 2 of the top 3 honors, and I've got at least 8 high card points. So I've got a card outside of this suit. Okay? Does this make some sense? 2 no equals 5 hearts. Dot, dot, dot. So 3 clubs equals 5 clubs. Dot, dot, dot. 3 diamonds equals diamonds, dot, dot, dot. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. Partner, I got 5 diamonds headed by no worse than the king, queen. I've got an outside card. I've got at least 8 high card points. Now at this point, partner may be thinking about slam. Okay, or my partner could have that big hand with spades and my diamonds don't really do anything for him.
All these, one should have at least 8 points, right? Do
Yep.
not run 3 club and all that.
Yeah, I've got, if I'm bidding something other than 2 diamonds, and the name of this system, as far as I know, is 2 hearts to the bust. Heard anything else?
No, if you're going to discuss with your partner, the way you should describe this, 2 hearts of bust and 2 diamonds promises an ace or a king.
Right. Two diamonds is a non-bust.
Yeah.
Has an ace or a king. So 2 diamonds, I've got an ace or a king. 2 hearts, I don't have an ace or a king. Your next, and if I bid 2 hearts, your next bid could be your last. Okay, Okay, so on that hand with 8 spades, where I can take 10 tricks in spades, you bid 4 spades. Okay, if you have 8.5 tricks with spades, you bid 2 spades. And I can pass you if it seems right to. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, my brain is like full, but 2 diamonds, I still could have 10 points, I just don't have 5 of them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
2 diamonds, I could have an 11 count.
Or a 12 count.
So I could
I have
any
a
number.
14 count
Yeah.
with, but I don't have a 5-card suit, 2 of the top 3 rounders. Yes, ma'am.
The 2 spades, 2 no, 3 club and 3 diamonds, all these are the very first bid of the respondent.
Yep, 2 clubs, 3 clubs. Partner, I got 5 plus clubs. Now, some people play I need a 6-card club suit because I'm taking up a lot of room. So that isn't a bad way to play it. The standard I've seen written up, I only have a 5 cards, I only promise 5, but having 6 may be a better use of that bid. Because 2 clubs, 3 clubs, we haven't found a suit. I don't know anything about your hand other than you're big, and we're now at the 3 level. Okay. So in general, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds is a good way to start an auction, because then I can figure out what my partner's big hand is. Yes, ma'am.
2 hearts bust. Is there a situation where the big hand could decide hearts is the best place to play that?
And drop them like a bad habit? Yep. 2 clubs, 2 hearts, pass.
Not a great plan with this system, because your partner could have 4 queens,
Right.
right? So you could make that choice, but your partner may be surprised.
Right. And I've got a bust. And let's think about this. Okay, I've got this hand. Well, I don't have that hand because it only has 12 cards. So I've got this hand. 2 clubs, pass, 2 diamonds. Excuse me.
2 hearts.
Take it back. 2 hearts. And some people do play that if I've got 2 queens, I can bid 2 diamonds. I really like the ace and the king. Okay. Pass 2 no. I told my partner I have a bust. Are we going to game on this hand? I don't know. What's my partner at for 2 clubs, 2 no? He's got 22 to 24 points. How many do I have?
7.
I've got 7. So the fact that I've got a bust doesn't mean that I'm not going to game. Change it to this.